The moment you hear the name KFC, your mind instantly jumps to that iconic crispy chicken, the unmistakable aroma, and the legendary blend of herbs and spices that has kept people hooked for generations. But have you ever stopped and wondered what really happens behind the scenes? What kind of journey does a single piece of chicken go through before it lands in that familiar red and white bucket? Today, we're going deep inside the KFC factory, uncovering every step of the process, from raw, fresh chicken all the way to that golden, crispy perfection that millions crave every single day. It all begins long before the chicken even reaches the factory floor. The process starts at carefully selected farms where chickens are raised under strict guidelines. These farms are not just random suppliers, they follow detailed quality control systems to ensure that the birds are healthy, well-fed, and raised in clean environments. The goal here is simple but crucial: quality in equals quality out. Every chicken is monitored, and their diet is controlled to ensure consistency in taste and texture later on. This early stage might not be visible to customers, but it plays a massive role in delivering that signature KFC flavor. Once the chickens reach the right size and age, they are transported to processing facilities in temperature-controlled vehicles. This ensures freshness is maintained from the very beginning. Timing is everything here, because freshness directly impacts taste. The faster and more efficiently the chickens move through this phase, the better the final product will be. As they arrive at the processing facility, everything is handled under strict hygiene protocols. Workers wear protective gear, and the environment is constantly sanitized to meet food safety standards. The next stage is where the raw chicken is prepared. After initial processing, the chicken is cleaned thoroughly and cut into the classic KFC portions that we all recognize: drumsticks, thighs, wings, and breasts. Each cut is done with precision to maintain uniformity. This is important because consistent sizes ensure even cooking later on. If one piece is too big and another too small, it would ruin the cooking process and lead to uneven texture and flavor. After cutting, the chicken moves into a chilling phase. This step might not sound exciting, but it's absolutely critical. The chicken is rapidly cooled to preserve freshness and prevent bacterial growth. Temperature control is one of the most important factors in food processing, and KFC factories take it extremely seriously. At this stage, every batch is checked for quality, and anything that doesn't meet the standard is removed immediately. Now comes the part that starts to feel a little more like the KFC we know. The chicken is transported to distribution centers or directly to KFC outlets, depending on the region. In many cases, the final magic actually happens at the restaurant level rather than a central factory. This is where things get interesting, because this is where the famous coating and frying process takes place. When the chicken arrives at a KFC kitchen, it is still raw but perfectly prepared for the next stage. Workers begin by inspecting each piece once again. Quality control doesn't stop at the factory, it continues all the way to the kitchen. Every piece must meet the required standards before it is used. If anything looks off, it doesn't make it into the fryer. Then comes one of the most iconic and secretive parts of the entire process: the seasoning and breading. The chicken is first dipped into a mixture that helps the coating stick properly. Then it is rolled in flour that contains the famous blend of 11 herbs and spices. This recipe is one of the most closely guarded secrets in the food industry. Very few people in the world know the exact combination, and it's said that even the mixing process is divided between different suppliers to maintain secrecy. The breading process is not just about flavor, it's about texture too. Workers carefully press the flour mixture onto the chicken to create that thick, craggy coating. This step is done by hand in many locations, which gives each piece its unique look. No two pieces are exactly the same, and that's part of the charm. The coating forms tiny ridges and pockets that will later become incredibly crispy during frying. Once coated, the chicken is placed on racks and prepared for frying. Timing is everything here. The chicken must go into the fryer at just the right moment to ensure the coating stays intact and cooks evenly. The fryers used by KFC are not your typical kitchen fryers. They are high-pressure fryers designed to cook the chicken faster while locking in moisture. This is one of the secrets behind that juicy interior and crispy exterior combination. As the chicken is lowered into the hot oil, the transformation begins instantly. The high temperature causes the coating to bubble and expand, creating that signature crunch. At the same time, the pressure inside the fryer helps the heat penetrate deeper into the meat, cooking it thoroughly without drying it out. This process is carefully timed and monitored. Too short, and the chicken won't be fully cooked. Too long, and it becomes dry and loses its tenderness. During frying, the aroma that fills the kitchen is unmistakable. It's rich, savory, and incredibly tempting. This is the moment where all the previous steps come together. The quality of the chicken, the precision of the cuts, the secret seasoning, and the frying technique all combine to create that iconic KFC smell that people recognize instantly. Once the frying is complete, the chicken is removed and placed in warming cabinets. These cabinets are designed to keep the chicken at the perfect temperature while maintaining its crispiness. This step ensures that customers receive chicken that is hot, fresh, and ready to eat. However, it's not kept there indefinitely. KFC has strict time limits for how long chicken can stay in these cabinets before it must be discarded. Freshness is a top priority, and anything that doesn't meet the standard is not served. Another important aspect of the process is quality checks. Throughout the entire journey, from farm to fryer, the chicken is constantly inspected. Workers check for color, texture, and overall appearance. Even after frying, each batch is evaluated to ensure it meets the brand standards. This level of attention to detail is what helps maintain consistency across thousands of locations worldwide. Behind the scenes, there's also a strong focus on food safety. KFC follows strict guidelines set by health authorities, including regular cleaning, proper storage temperatures, and employee hygiene. Workers are trained extensively to handle food safely and prevent contamination. This is not just about meeting regulations, it's about protecting customers and maintaining trust. Packaging is the final step before the chicken reaches the customer. The freshly cooked pieces are placed into the iconic buckets or boxes that we all recognize. These containers are designed to keep the chicken warm while allowing some airflow to prevent sogginess. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference in the overall experience. What's fascinating is how much precision and coordination goes into what seems like a simple piece of fried chicken. Every step is carefully planned and executed, from the way the chickens are raised to the exact temperature of the oil. It's a process that combines science, skill, and tradition. The scale of production is also incredible. KFC serves millions of customers every day across the globe. To keep up with this demand, the entire system has to run like a well-oiled machine. Supply chains, logistics, and kitchen operations all have to work together seamlessly. Any disruption could affect the quality or availability of the product. Technology plays a big role in this as well. Modern KFC kitchens use advanced equipment to ensure consistency and efficiency. From temperature-controlled storage units to high-pressure fryers, every piece of equipment is designed to optimize the process. At the same time, human skill remains essential, especially in steps like breading and quality inspection. There's also a strong emphasis on training. KFC employees go through detailed training programs to learn the correct procedures. This ensures that no matter where you are in the world, you can expect a similar experience when you order KFC. That consistency is one of the reasons why the brand has remained so successful for so long. One of the most interesting aspects of the entire process is the balance between secrecy and transparency. While KFC openly shares many parts of its process, the exact recipe of the 11 herbs and spices remains a mystery. This adds an element of intrigue and keeps people curious. It's not just food, it's a story that has been built over decades. As you take a bite of that crispy chicken, it's easy to forget the journey it has been on. From the farm to the factory, through careful preparation and precise cooking, every step has been designed to deliver a specific experience. It's not just about satisfying hunger, it's about creating a moment that people enjoy and remember. And that's what makes the KFC process so fascinating. It's a combination of tradition, innovation, and attention to detail. Every piece of chicken tells a story of careful planning, skilled execution, and a relentless focus on quality. The next time you see that bucket of crispy chicken, you'll know exactly what went into making it, and it might just make that first bite even more satisfying.